Hello and welcome to MES e-lesson. I'm Natalie. Today you're going to learn the what, the how and the when of asking future with who questions. Let's start with what. What are future with who questions used for? They are used to ask about a person in the future. Who comes at the beginning of the question. Going to is used to ask about future plans and predictions. Will is most commonly used to ask about decisions. You can emphasize the future tense by using time references. For example, who are you going to hang out with tomorrow? Who will you hang out with tomorrow? Remember, it is possible to use the informal of going to, gonna. Good. Now let's learn how. How do you use future with who questions? First, know how to conjugate who plus be plus going to and will. Let's start with be plus going to. If you want to ask about yourself, please repeat. Who am I going to? If you want to ask about me, who are you going to? If you want to ask about Mac, who's Mac going to? If you want to ask about Gail, who's Gail going to? If you want to ask about us, who are we going to? If you want to ask about them, who are they going to? Great. Now let's practice with will. If you want to ask about yourself, please repeat, who will I? If you want to ask about me, who will you? If you want to ask about Mac, who will Mac? If you want to ask about Gail, who will Gail? If you want to ask about us, who will we? If you want to ask about them, who will they? Excellent. It's very important to memorize these conjugations fluently before you start practicing video B. Next, know your verbs and really study your vocabulary. For example, who are you going to? Invite, work out with, inquire about. Finally, to build a more specific question, you can use a time reference. For example, who are you going to spend time with tomorrow? Or a prepositional phrase, for example, who will you spend time with on your birthday? So finally, when do you use future with who questions? You use them to ask about people in future plans or decisions during conversation. Excellent. Now let's review. First, what are future with who questions used for? They are used for asking about people in future plans or decisions. Second, how do you use future with who questions? You use them by knowing the conjugation of be plus going to and will and building a more specific question with the vocabulary, time references and prepositional phrases. Third, when do you use future with who questions? You use them to learn more about people in future plans and decisions during conversation. Well done. Let's move on to video B to really practice making a variety of your own questions. Remember to keep on reviewing your vocabulary. I'm Natalie and I look forward to seeing you soon.